Hello and welcome to the final back nine coverage of our round 3 for MPO of the 2022 Brent Hambrick Memorial. My name is Zachary O'Haron, and on the commentator's mic with me I have Brian Wolf. How you doing, Brian?
Doing great. Thanks for having me.
Taking a look at the scores from the front nine so far, we have Corey and Joel at neg 15 apiece. Joel having a clean front nine there, 5 down. Bradley Williams 3 down, also clean at 13 down. Trevor having a little bit of a struggle bus there at the beginning, but he's starting to make things work out, and we're trying to score here on the back nine, starting with hole 10. What do we got going on here?
Hole 10 is a par 3, 355 feet. It's got some fairway trees that you want to miss, and then, in my opinion, one of the more guarded approach greens for this hole. Overall played slightly above par on the weekend with more bogeys and double bogeys than birdies happening. Also 2 tee pads at this location.
Yes, sir.
Nice little addition.
Joel's going to go with a forehand here. Just going to sneak through most of it. Going to cut up on that left side, it looks like. Hopefully he'll have a putt from there.
I'm going to see Bradley with the backhand here.
It is a slight gradual uphill as well, so a lot of these guys are going to probably club up to a fairway driver, even though 350 is usually in their mid-range distance.
Trevor with a smooth backhand. Looks like it's running towards that right side. A little low.
There's a few routes as well. If you go too low, you might get caught early. Corey's one of the few players that really likes the tee pad position, allows him to throw a little more hyzer.
Corey gets all the way down there and a little bit of love from the trees, a little bit of plinko, but slowed that speed down. Bradley here with a forehand approach.
Probably 200, 250 feet out.
Ooh. And almost thrown in for the long, too. Going to leave himself a little bit of a challenge for 3. Trevor outside the circle 2, a little step putt. He's going to be able to tap it for par. Joel with a little bit of a window for his 2. Ooh, just a little short.
Good line, just almost there.
Very interesting out here for Bradley.
Oh.
Be able to tap in now. There we go. We get to see Corey now. Nice 2. Way to start the back nine.
Yeah, we take those.
Trevor trying to clean up his par here.
Does so nicely.
Bradley, unfortunately, with the bogey putt here. Polo still looks great, though.
Yeah, he's very fashionable. Similar to Joel in that way.
Tapping in first par here. Oh, a little bit of a challenge. Oh, we got it in. Proud of you.
Worked out. All right, next up we got 2 par 5s. This is the first one of them, 743 feet. There's 2 gaps you have to attack. First gap is off the tee here. You'll see as we come up, there's a basket to the right. That's normally the hole here. It's a shorter hole. They've combined 2 in a row, so you got to get into this initial gap. Anything past it and in the center here is great. Then the second gap here is just by this short pad. You need to attack this gap, land in this first green area to give yourself the best chance for a birdie. As we saw yesterday, Corey gave it an eagle run with a ridiculously good first drive, but it's very challenging. I think you said there was 1 in the field yesterday.
2 in the field today, Jake Wolf and Zach Arlinghouse.
Wow. That checks out for Zach. Good lefty hole. That second shot, if he lines it up really well. Corey's going to be off to the right a little bit. There are some plinko trees there, but should hopefully have a forehand out. Joel thought for sure he had piped that with the perfect drive, and it caught last second cabbage. It's going to knock him down a little shorter than what he wanted. Solid drive from Trevor.
Yep.
Bradley trying to follow the card here. Everyone's in a pretty good position still. This looks like it's leaking left again.
The hole overall played right about par 5. However, a good amount of birdies, but some double bogeys to match bogeys to even it out.
There is some danger on the second shot. You see Bradley kind of punch through the danger there. A lot of shots will end up early in that kind of, I don't know how to, there's a drop off right there. It's not super steep, but it does tangle up a lot of disc real quick. You see Joel now cutting into that and that takes away a birdie opportunity a lot.
Little gully, maybe.
Yeah, there was. See, that's why we bring you around. You know all the words.
Ooh, good stop.
Catch.
See the 2 trees that Trevor's going to have to go through. And then aiming for that second gap. Moving past that gully that we referred to. He's going to leave himself a great, easy approach shot for the 2.
Perfect landing
for
spot.
The birdie.
Yeah. Corey's going to have to get a little tricky here.
Corey got a lot of distance off the tee, but was pinched there for the second shot. He's got a lane now to get in there for the birdie still.
Just needs to keep moving. Oh, yeah. Gets all the way through.
Yeah.
He's very fortunate to be left because that opened up that lane that you identified there. Joel's going to try to get sneaky with a roller here.
Oh, it gets hung up right when it gets into the woods there. A little bit of spin forward, though.
Bradley after the punch through. A little upshot here.
Something pretty stable. Going to settle real nice. There we go.
That's how you make the hole look easy.
Trevor going the inside route here instead of the traditional backhand.
Going with that breaker and threads the needle.
Yeah. He knew what he was doing. He's a professional. Joel for the birdie look.
Kind of a shank out of his hand. He kind of gripped it a little too long there. But he'll be up there for a tap in.
Here's Corey for his birdie. Starts off back to back.
That's how you want to start your back nine for sure. Every back nine. Just back to back birdies would be nice. Bradley gets his birdie as well. Joel cleans his up. And we just got Trevor left to, as soon as he stops sneezing. Too many allergies at this point. Shout out to the crowd as well, following us around. Had a good, healthy crowd there that day, both for the lead and chase card. Lots of fans. Oh, don't forget your disc.
Yep.
There we go.
Trevor being a little silly. I like it. Love to see it.
Hole 12 now, the second par 5, 785. Tee shot here is more of a hyzer. Do not go right. There's a drop off, 70 feet. You really want to land just in front between that gap between the 2 clusters of trees, or on top of the ridge is a perfect drive. Then from there, it's a forehand or turnover, maybe a roller if you're trying to cut through the second gap there, and then it's a dogleg right all the way down to the basket. Green's kind of slanted as well. There's some danger in there, and OB on the road as well. So you just want to play really safe here. Get 2 good drives here and just get yourself in position for that birdie.
Yeah, it did play over par on the weekend, so it's a challenging par 5 for sure.
This looks a little far right.
Ooh, what a kick.
And that's fine for him. He's got enough power from there to be able to hit the second gap and still give himself a birdie look. This looks the other direction. This looks left.
Yeah, settle.
Most of the way. We'll see what kind of angle he's got from there.
Looks like the better of the 3 so far.
This was really good. Get up there.
Wow. Yeah. Lands on flat ground. That's so good for your footing.
That really opens up some opportunities to kind of make it that birdie as easy as possible. Joel going the forehand, which I didn't expect, but I mean, he's the pro and he's put himself in a perfect spot, so.
Yep, confidence is key. You have the confidence for the shot.
Trevor trying to throw a hyzer through the gap. So close.
Yeah, that was 3/4 of the way through that. Corey trying to put himself in position here.
Can't go deep. That's the only mistake. He made that in round 1. This one looks very well corrected.
Yeah, that's going to be a
perfect landing zone.
Joel looking to try about the same shot from a little bit closer. Yep.
Yeah.
Nothing to worry about. Right in the middle. You can see the basket real easy.
I think Bradley here is going to try to go for a roller. This is really the only way to kind of attack for the eagle opportunity. He's got to turn it over really quickly and avoid the fans. Just needs to cut back all the way across the road. And
Go! Oh.
Not quite going to get there. Oh, Trevor hits an early
Trevor.
tree. He said it felt so good out of his hand, too.
Joel going over the OB. Yep, but hoping to spike.
Get that Ohio grass to grab it. Sit. Yeah, it's
Yep.
right on the edge there.
That would be aces. Trevor looking to do a similar shot. Well, might want a little high. Needs to settle. Okay, it did settle. Look at that. We ask for it, and it happens. All right, Corey going with the backhand here. Look at that. Lands right underneath, inside the bullseye area. Bradley with the out of bounds throw previous, so we're going to go throwing underneath as well. Yup, in the bull's-eye-ish.
Bullseye's
area.
edge.
Yeah. Look at that.
Really good approach shots from the cart today.
For sure. And Trevor taps in with the par after the unfortunate hit coming out of the cabbage.
Yeah, almost able to save a birdie, but
Yeah. Joel gets a birdie.
yeah.
Up next, we're going to see Corey tapping in real quick for the birdie.
3 for 3.
It's a great way to start. And unfortunately, Bradley had the out of bounds, so he only gets a par, but overall pretty well played.
I was going to say, I respect the effort to try to go for eagle there. I don't know if there was any on the weekend, but that was a ballsy play, and he was going for it. Hole 13 now, 385, uphill the entire way. There's this tiny little gap. It might be 12, 15 feet wide. You have to hit. That's all 300 feet away from the basket. Players are going to try to throw a backhand turnover around the telephone pole. So not up through the center gap, but around wide and try to attack. Got Corey up first. We've seen a couple really close shots, but Corey says today he's going to just pipe it. And he's going to be up there in circle 15 feet.
Yeah. This played as the hardest hole on the back nine, and the second hardest hole overall was birdied by only 3 people. So
Corey might be one of those people. He's pretty far up there.
We'll find out. We call that a teaser in the biz for folks.
Joel was a little early right. Trevor here. Looks like this one is not turned over quite enough. Might punch through a little bit. Oop, no, I lied. Gets caught up on those 2 bushes there.
All right. Bradley. Lots of sky. Lots of sky. Gets the roller down.
Love this play.
And unfortunately lands within a few inches of Trevor's disc.
Well, whoever goes first is going to show the other one the line,
Exactly.
Right? Joel having to resort to a roller here to give himself any kind of look.
Yeah, and that gets him inside circle 1. Bradley will be the first one to have some fun with this.
Corey was trying to help caddy it. Yeah, they talked about it for a while, trying to find gaps that no one was really happy about the lie they had, and he's just like, putt it and see what happens. And he got some of the way down there, and Trevor got some of the way down there with his forehand, and they're still left with circle 2 looks.
Yeah, that was a lot of tree between them and the basket. Trevor giving himself circle's edge look here. There we go.
There it is.
Nice recovery, Trevor. Joel with a 25-footer roughly. Love to see it. Oh.
Just a touch low. Almost saved the par.
Oh, no. A little frustration there.
Yep.
That happens.
Here's Corey for one of the 3 birdies on the day.
Yeah. That's pretty impressive. Shout out to, let's see, who else got that? Luke Campbell and Kevin Fodry.
Congrats to those guys. Strokes on folks for the round.
That's pretty impressive.
Great Lakes Disc, located in Grand Rapids, Michigan, is a fully stocked retail disc golf store that fulfills all of your disc golf needs. We carry all of the major manufacturers, accessories, and offer player and event sponsorship, along with tournament payout assistance. To learn more about Great Lakes Disc, visit greatlakesdisc.com.
That means we're going to move on to hole 14. Played as one of the easier holes yesterday. Brian's going to let us know about how today played. But 280, forehand, there's a mando on the pole on the left, so you can't go over everything and try to attack that way. So we'll see what these guys have. You really want to try to get a little bit of ground action, skip to the right, and you have this pretty well-protected basket in the woods here.
Yeah, so this ended up playing in the top 5 easiest holes during the round, along with 17 and 18, also in the top 5 easiest holes.
Wow.
So let's see. Should be an interesting finish. Unfortunately, Corey gets hung up a little early there.
Trevor's going to go with a backhand, which isn't as common, but if he's got the right disc for it. I'm assuming this is a pipeline of some kind.
Settles down.
Or maybe a rift. I'm not sure. Bradley going with a forehand, assuming a Firebird of some kind maybe. Come on, keep going.
Yes, look at that.
Great shot from him.
Joel looking to get inside Bradley.
Corey in danger of, oh wow, big pop.
Sit.
Way down there. See what kind of look he has.
Yeah.
I think he's in circle though.
Yeah, if that's settled, I don't think it's going to be too bad.
Corey needs to make this to keep his birdie streak alive in the back nine.
Not quite, but
Yeah, good bid though.
yeah. Gave it a chance. Trevor's got a little bit more of a window than I thought.
Sneak.
He's got it. He's got it. That's a second birdie on the back.
Good to see his putting looking a little better.
And look at where Joel's disc landed after that. Bradley gets the 2, and Joel's even closer. Wow, look at that.
He has to wait for everyone to finish.
Love to see it. Especially after the way the last hole finished up. Came back, bounced back.
Still has a really good round overall still going for him. Thumbs up for the basket that time. Moving on to hole 15. What do we got going on here, Brian?
Yeah, so hole 15 is a par 3, 315 feet. This one is challenging to say the least. Very thin fairway. Natural finish for a right-hand backhand. The only problem is that right side, the OB comes in super fast, and it's also super thick. So if you do happen to kick right, it's awfully hard to get back through to save the par. Well, save the bogey if you go out of bounds.
Right. Speaking of kicking towards the OB, there goes Trevor.
Oh,
We'll see where he ends up once we get up there. This almost looks like maybe a Rock X3 kind of looking stable disc from Bradley here.
and Bradley shows everyone what to do.
He outdrives the hole. That's actually impressive.
Holds that nice hyzer line the whole way down. Let's see if Joel can do the same.
I imagine this is probably a gator from Joel. Just know from past experiences he used to throw gators or caimans just with that kind of stability, and that one's just a little too inside for him.
Notice the wind is picking up a lot on this hole as well.
Corey gets kicked right, or to the left, excuse me. Oh, see Trevor there. I think he just stayed in bounds. Lucky him.
Oh, and look at this. Settle, settle, settle. All right,
Gives
just
him a look.
outside. He likes the just outside. He can do a step putt.
He's pretty good at it if you've never seen him. Here's Joel. This looks really good.
Yeah, very, very good touch. Great speed and control out of the hand. Corey with the world's smallest window. And almost goes through it.
Jeez.
He's feeling it.
The cojones you have to be able to run that. Here's Trevor just outside circle. Wide right.
All right. Bradley for the birdie look now. There we go.
Yeah. Probably feels good to get from yesterday. He was right around that same distance on the other side of the basket, and he three-putted that to get this one back.
Corey cleans up his par. Still a blemish-free back nine.
Yes.
There we go, Trevor.
It's all right. He still has a couple holes left to score a little bit.
Yeah.
Move up the leaderboard.
For sure.
Ooh, that almost wanted to push out. But it stays in there.
Yeah.
We're going to move on to hole 16, one of the easier holes I would think on the course, but what do we got going on here?
Yeah, so hole 16 is a par 3, 318 feet. It is averaging below par, so that's good news for all of our players. Basically, you want to take a similar flight pattern to the previous hole, and then right at the end, just break everything that you know and turn right. So you'll see a lot of stable forehands, making a little S shot, and backhands that turn really, really late. So let's see what the players do. Bradley with the forehand, and look at that. That was pretty good, if you ask me.
Joel looks like he's going to try to match that.
Hung it out. Come on, get
Swing.
inside of it. There we go.
Yep. Circle's edge.
Yep, settles down. Corey doing the same, hopefully.
Yeah, it changes his play from the first 2 days. He was throwing backhand like turnovers, and this one he's going to go with the forehand, and
it settles down, circle's edge.
Works out.
Trevor turning over a mid-range. Hopefully letting it slide all the way up there. Oh, hard stop, but I think he'll be happy with it.
I agree. That grabby grass.
Joel with his birdie look. There you go. That's some confidence. Like to see it. Corey, there we go. A little bit inside of where Joel was. Love to see it. Back on the birdie train.
2 for 2. Can we get that star frame?
Love to see it, Trevor. We can do it. Love it. I like how Trevor goes to the straddle putt too and close. Nice and confident. Now we have Mr. Bradley Williams. And that gives us a star birdie frame. We'd love to see it here at Crew 42. Moving into one of the easier holes on the course, we have the 17th hole, par 4, 450 feet. A little bit added tee pad. There's the normal one. We've got a really, really tight left side. I mean, really thick. And then we have a real close OB line on the right side as well. You want to carry as long as you possibly can. And as straight as you possibly can, and then it does come into a hyzer finish for those right-hand, backhand players. This was eagled by 2 people. Shout out to Jake Wolf and Lance Hambrick.
Very cool. We got Bradley up first. This is such a clean line through the gap. Fades out a little early on him, but he'll be 50 feet or so for his eagle look.
Joel's still looking great. I think the belt's perfect.
Throws a Firebird on this hole to try to get it to dump left. Actually goes a little early, but he sneaks through most of it, so he should hopefully be able to dig it up and down for his birdie.
It's going to work out. You want it to work out left on this one. Then we have Corey throwing probably a tracker.
Yeah,
He likes to throw trackers, I know that. And here's Trevor.
I think this is I want to say a rogue, but I'm not 100% sure. But he's...
Ooh, great kick forward.
Yeah, we
Happy
take
kick.
that.
Happy kick.
Yeah, it was really interesting to see the scores for these guys later in the weekend, and now they're converting on their opportunities here.
Corey throwing a almost straight up 6-12 roller, and it lands inside the circle. Great control. Love to see it.
Such a sick shot. Saw a couple rollers in round 1 too with Zach.
Joel's gonna just chip one inside of Corey. Says, I got you, bud. Trevor's like, I can get you guys. I'm gonna get it in. Oh, it's the pole, but he did get inside of him.
Yeah, holy smokes. He was just a little low for making some magic happen.
All right, Bradley, make it or land right next to the pole. Oop. Oh, I thought it was swooping back.
Those Fireflies are pretty stable.
All right. Corey for his birdie. Love it. That's 6 on the back, buddy. Great to see. Joel stepping up. All right. Yeah, and after that unfortunate hole earlier, we've gotten 3 birdies since then, so that's great.
Bradley here, give us 3 for 3. Yes,
Oh,
sir.
love to see it. And I'm pretty confident Trevor's going to get this one in.
I agree. If I was a betting man, I'd say he would make it.
Yep.
I would have made some money.
There we go. And don't look at our card now, but that's back-to-back star frames.
Let's go.
That's 8 strokes down.
We have 1 hole left to go. Hole
Yeah.
18.
We got OB left. We got OB right. We've got a slightly elevated green compared to the rest of the hole. We have a little bit of ditch that comes into play on the right side. We have OB behind, and there's some wind out there, folks.
Corey's taking a look at the scores right now. As the lead card comes up to 17, he knows that an eagle here would put a little pressure on the leaders and potentially give himself an opportunity to maybe get a tie, push a playoff here. So he is thinking very aggressive off the tee.
And Bradley throws a great backhand, gets some great distance out of there.
Joel's up next. Another hyzer as well. A little higher, but this Ohio grass is very grippy.
Boom.
That's a great shot from him. Way up there.
All right. Corey's going to go.
Boom. He's throwing it real hard. This one's not as far right as he has wanted, and it is unfortunately going to leak just a little OB there.
Yep. He knows that at this point, if he puts an eagle in, that makes the people on 17 play the hole maybe a little bit different.
Correct. It would have made a big difference, and unfortunately, it looks like Trevor's following him. Get a unfortunate and unlucky skip there into the OB as well.
Yeah.
Where's that grippy grass when you need it?
Right. Bradley putting plenty of air on this one, letting it settle down. Just a great, solid, safe approach shot. Trevor throwing the breaker. He settles down nicely as well. He's inside the bullseye, I think.
Beautiful. Beautiful up shots from both of them. Here's Joel, little forehand here.
Yep.
3 for 3.
Love it. And man, look at how far Corey got down the fairway, and it's so unfortunate for that just to get barely out of bounds.
I think his disc is like 3 feet to the left of him right now, too. Puts a good bit on this. And he said that even if it went OB, just to give himself a chance was all that he really wanted to do there. And he talked about it too. That double OB on hole 8 in the front 9 really is the difference here. Yeah. And he said if he'd go back, that's the one he'd want to correct. And but overall, he played a really clean event.
Yeah. Bradley ends with 5 in a row, which is great. Joel ends with 3 in a row. Trevor ends up under par on the back 9. And Corey ends up 3rd for the entire event. So that's wonderful. Congratulations to him.
6 down on the back 9 from him. Really, really good back 9. Taking a look at the scores again. Like you had mentioned, lots of green there, especially near the very end. Those last 3 holes, they were almost 12 for 12.
Yeah.
Almost 10 for 12.
10 for 12.
That's pretty good if you didn't know. And taking a look at our top 10 standings, we have Nate and Isaac actually tie and push into a playoff. Nate was able to take it after hole 1, so congrats to him. If you want to see that coverage, you can go check out the Disc Golf Examiner. And thank you to him as well, because he helped us get some drone coverage and B-roll after an unfortunate accident that was nobody's fault, except it was completely my fault. But thanks everyone for watching. We hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you check us out for the next coverage we got, and we'll see you then. Thanks, Brian.
Thank you.